Okay, so I guess by now everyone knows that Nicolás Maduro, the president of Venezuela, and his wife have been taken by the United States. So he's now in the US awaiting some kind of indictment or something. Very shocking development, of course. Maybe not surprising to everyone because, of course, the United States has been threatening Venezuela for a while. At one point, they started bombing boats off the coast of Venezuela, claiming that they were trafficking drugs without presenting any kind of evidence. Last weekend, they started bombing the country itself, and they just kidnapped a legitimate, democratically elected president of a sovereign country. Now, I think it's pretty fair to say that all of this is a blatant violation of international law. But the question is, why? Why did the United States do this? I mean, according to them, it's because Nicolás Maduro is what they call a narco-terrorist. First of all, what is that? When did that become a thing? Doesn't it sound like something that they just made up on the spot? Anyway, take a look at this article. It says, according to the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, Venezuela is not a cocaine-producing country. Almost all coca crops, the main ingredient of cocaine, are concentrated in Colombia, Peru, and Bolivia. But Maduro had to be captured? Doesn't seem to make a lot of sense, especially when you consider what Donald Trump did just a month ago. So as you can read in this article, it says Trump has officially pardoned former Honduran president who US officials said was at the center of one of the largest and most violent drug trafficking conspiracies in the world. So let me get this straight. So you kidnap Nicolás Maduro because you claim that he is a drug trafficker, but then you pardon and release one of the biggest proven drug traffickers in the history of the world? Come on, be honest. Was this really all about drugs? So what do you believe? Is it A, yes, this was all about drugs. Donald Trump wants the best for the American people and he wants to spread peace and love around the world. And of course, that's why he kidnapped a democratically elected president of a sovereign country. Or B, no, this is not at all about drugs, this is all about oil. The United States government has been trying to regime change Venezuela for many years now so that they can replace the government with a puppet regime so that American corporations can get their hands on Venezuelan oil and other natural resources. So no, this is all about oil. Or C, no, this is not at all about drugs. It is about oil and other natural resources, but looking at it from a broader perspective, it's a means to an end. The United States is slowly but surely losing its hegemonic status in the world. Especially China has been threatening to overtake the United States as the #1 superpower in the world in terms of economy, in terms of technology and other areas as well. The United States and its Western allies have been trying everything in their power to try to prevent that, or at least to try to slow down the development of China and also Russia and others. Now, knowing that Venezuela has been doing a lot of trade with China and also Russia, and they're also allies in other ways, the United States government is convinced that they cannot lose control over Venezuela, risking the bond between Venezuela and China and Russia becoming ever stronger, which of course would make the United States relatively weaker. That is what this is all about. Or D, let me know what you think.